Welcome to another Wednesday WIP knockout. I'm so excited to see you all here. Welcome. So the first 5 minutes of this live, we are acquiring materials. We are setting up and getting ourselves ready. So let's get to it. Make sure that you grab 3 projects that you can work on today, tunnel vision, whatever projects you want them to be. If you're one of those one project people, then that's cool. Go ahead and work on the one project for all 3 of our work sessions today. If you are somebody who needs a break from crocheting, that's cool too. I've had people color, I've had people do chores, people work, people do other crafty things like cross stitching. There are so many things that you can utilize this time for, and I'm really excited that you're here. The whole point of these Wednesday WIP knockouts is to start slowly chiseling away at these projects that have accumulated that we, for some reason, can never seem to get to, because every single time we think about dedicating some time to a past project, we feel like, oh my gosh, if I work on this past project, what am I having to sacrifice in order to do so? What time am I having to give up doing something else just to work on this past project? And something that I have started to hear a lot about, something that's really come on my radar, is the whole concept of, if you can just chisel away at something whenever you can, just chisel away, you're making forward progress on that something, and you are getting closer and closer to reaching your goal. In this case, finishing up our WIPs, getting them off our shelves, out of our space, out of our closets. In my case, the tote bags that have built up in my garage. It's just insane. It's crazy. But what we are doing here is we're slowly making that progress to move those projects on, either to donate them or to give them to the person that we promised them to a long time ago and they're still waiting on it. Anybody in that boat at all? So that is the whole point. The first 5 minutes of this live, it's really just kind of making sure that we are set, we are prepped and ready, so that way when we dive into our first 20-minute session, we can really just hone in, tunnel vision, no distractions, like do what we can to pay full attention to the one project, so we can give it 20 solid minutes of forward progress and then put it away for a week, So giving something 20 minutes is the essential equivalent of getting lost in Instagram or Pinterest. Anyone here a big Pinterest, I would say victim? For me, I lose all track of time. I get on Pinterest and I just whoa, inspiration, tag, pin. I mean, I have thousands of pins that there is no possible way, even if I worked on them right now, that I would ever finish the amount of projects that I have pinned on Pinterest. So I have a love-hate relationship with Pinterest. So inspiring, but man, I lose all track of time. So giving 20 minutes to this project that has been like, hello, you ever going to work on me again? Hello. It's nothing. It's the equivalent of us just getting lost on our phones or in a TV show or whatever it is that you get lost doing. But we got 1 minute. Hopefully you have your project good to go. I have my 3 behind me, which I'll talk about as soon as I start the timer. If you could please share with me in the chat what you are doing with this time, what projects you are working on. If you are choosing to do something other than crochet, just let me know. I love to see what you're doing with this time and how you utilize this structured live. I know the clock is about to change over. I can see it. For those of you who are brand new here, welcome. I'm thrilled that you came to this live. It is a very structured live. So the organization structure is, we're going to do 3 20-minute sessions. Between the first and the second 20-minute session, there's going to be a 5-minute transition, so you can wrap up project 1 and get set up for project 2. Between session 2 and session 3, it's 2:05. I want to stay structured so that way those people watching the replay can get good use of this. So 20 minutes has begun. Go ahead and get started on your first project. I'm going to set that right there so you can see it in frame. Perfect. So between session 2 and session 3, we're going to stretch, because at that point we will have been sitting for at least 50 minutes. And it's always a really good, healthy habit for us crocheters to take a break, stand up, and do a really simple, easy peasy stretch just to get the blood moving, the oxygen moving, just get our body to move. And then we will dive into session 3, which is the last session of our live. Welcome, welcome. Oh, so excited to see all of you amazing people here. Very excited. So this is also an opportunity for you to ask me questions. I'm here live with you. So if you do have something you would like to ask me, feel free to ask in the chat. Now, I do want to preference that I will get to it. Just because you ask a question doesn't mean I'm instantly going to answer it. I love to give people time. I love to really give a question its full answer. And so please be patient with me as I sift through the chat. I will get to all questions. Just know that. And then if you could help me out, though, by starting your question with a couple question marks, that is really big for me, because there's so much going on. I can easily scroll past a question. It happens. The question marks help me to see, like, oh, that's different. Oh, that's a question. Like, it catches my eye. I also have super chats and super stickers turned on for my live streams, which really help with my attention span because I am so all over the place. If you do a super chat, super sticker, it gets put back into my channel. I very much appreciate them. Thank you so much for anyone who does give me a super chat or super sticker. It means a lot. And it does also help catch my attention for a question or a comment or something you want to bring to my attention. Okay. I'm going to talk about the projects that I brought with me today. After I talk about the projects that I brought, then I'm going to dive into the chat. So give me a quick second here. The projects that I brought with me today, some are familiar, some are new. I like to share with you what I'm working on, and because I ask you what you're working on, so I just want to, reciprocate that a little bit. Project number 1, I'm still working on that collaboration project that I'm doing with Bonnie Barker. I'm now into my second little section that I need to make to contribute to the project. So I'm going to work on that a little bit more. The yarn that we're choosing to use for that project is Paint Box. So I'm excited to, this is my first or second. I honestly don't know if it's my first or second. I'm going to say first, though it could be my second time ever working with Paint Box yarn. And it's a very general kind of acrylic budget friendly type of yarn. It's nice to work with. It works up great. The stitches are easy and clean to see. So stitch definition is really nice. And the colors were great. There's a lot of color options. The second project I'm working on is next week's tutorial. I know I'm kind of like dropping that a little bit, but I did a poll on, I think it was my Instagram stories. Where I reached out and I was like, I got this gorgeous yarn. So pretty. I ran into somebody, a yarn dyer. I mean, indie dyers are 100% artists. They really are, because they take a plain white, non-dyed skein of yarn and they turn it into something like this. And it's like, what in the world? How did you do that? What? Like, art. It is art. And I ran into her at the H&H event in Chicago earlier this year. And I saw this yarn, and it's also boucle, or the little crimpy, if you see the little wavies in there, as boucle. And it has little nibs or nips. I think it's nips. And those are the little, see the little like balled up parts? Those are nips. And so I was like, cool, that is really neat. So I did a poll on Instagram. I was like, should I make a keyhole scarf or should I make a cowl? Because I was torn. I was like, I could go either direction here. What do I do? And cowl won, like strong win. It wasn't even a close call. It was like cowl. I'm like, okay, so we're going there. And so this is what I got so far. Isn't that cool? And I still have this much yarn left to go. So this is going to be next week's tutorial. Really excited about it. But I got a lot of work I need to do. So there's that. And then the Camp Boggy Creek chevron blanket that I'm making, I got a lot of work to do with that as well, because this blanket is going to be another project I'm bringing to the channel in November. If you recall, I mentioned October, I was going to talk about Warm Up America. They're doing a Yarns Giving campaign from the beginning of October through the beginning of December. And I can talk a little bit more about that in this live if you guys are curious to find out more information. But in November, I really wanted to focus on Camp Boggy Creek, make this blanket. I'm only this far, so I have a lot of work to do. But, oh, I dropped the skein. There we go. So those are the 3 projects that are like high priority on my work list right now, especially since it's like they're happening right now. The tutorials are coming out very soon, so I need to make sure I get my stuff together. So those are the 3 projects. What are you working on? And I'm going to now scroll through the live or the chat to see what you're working on, catch up with you and what you may have put in the chat. We have 13 minutes and 20 seconds left in session number 1. Hopefully you are tunnel visioning, you're working away on your project, and you're just listening to me ramble. Like maybe periodically glancing up at the screen. I mean, this is a work session, people. We have stuff to do, especially we're in busy season right now. Oh boy. All right. So Sakura, welcome. Hi. You said, so in need of this we time healing. Oh, I am not sure exactly what the healing means, but wishing you lots of love, giving you a virtual hug. And I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much. Hello, Tanya. Hi, Brittany. Georgetta, welcome. Nicole, hi. Oh, giggles galore. That I love your name. Like, that's the best. That's the best. Dawn, Diana, Fran. Mwah. Right. Dawn says, I finally started a new project. Another blanket for a Christmas gift. Good for you. Fingers crossed that it's an easy peasy, not so ginormous blanket, because, you know, November, you could do it. If you focus, you could do it. But we are definitely in that crunch time spot right now for Christmas presents. I'm feeling it. I'm doing what I said that I always do, that I wish I wouldn't. And that is waiting till the last second to get started on Christmas. Yeah, I think it was this summer. I think it was this summer. I did a Christmas video saying, hey, if you're wanting to do Christmas presents, you should start planning right now. And, you know, secretly kind of sort of talking to myself. It was like a internal conversation that I just kind of brought to you. Yeah, still haven't done it. Like, okay. Deborah, you've never used Pinterest. I mean, part of me is like, don't start. like avoid the forbidden fruit. Like, just don't like, don't go to the dark side. Like, but the other side of me is there's so much inspiration. The Pinterest photography is stunning. There's a reason it sucks you in. It's so good. But it does suck you in. So yeah, Nessa, you said you use Pinterest, but you don't go on there very often. I've been going on there less and less with just, you know, you get busy and you just don't. But the few times that I do, time's gone. Oh, that's so funny, Dawn. Pinterest collects viral dust in my phone. Hi, Racine. I'm glad you're here. Michelle, hello. Hi, friends. Hope to join in during my lunch break. Thank you, Tiffany, for setting this time aside for us. You are most welcome. I'm so glad to do so. And thanks for joining us on your lunch break. Brittany says she's working on a blanket and a scarf. Love it. Yeah, that's kind of where my focus is going right now, is the smaller things that we could make as gifts that can work up a little bit quicker. I did a look at my channel and I was like, I am noticing that I don't have as many videos in certain categories that I should have, or I shouldn't say should have, but that I want to have there. I really want to build up some of these categories, have more project options for you. I am kind of like all over the board with different project types, and I would love to not add per se more categories, but work in current categories and just kind of build up inside them, such as like I'm making a cowl. I just did a scarf with this guy right here. I just did this scarf, which is so much fun. What else? Got a lot of blankets coming this way that I'm going to be doing. I got a yarn video that I'm going to be doing this week. I'm so excited about it. Don't miss it. You will be kicking yourself in the butt if you miss it. Just saying. Like a little hidden wink, wink, nudge, nudge, punch. Like, go watch it because you're going to want to watch it. But yeah, just kind of like some giftable things. That's where I'm going to try to stay at for November and December. Giftable things. Deborah, you're crocheting your first granny square Afghan. Oh, I hope you're having so much fun. I'm curious now. Can you tell me, Deborah, are you doing the regular granny square, or are you doing a specialty granny square? Are you doing a different design? Are you doing multiple different designs? Like, tell me more about your granny square Afghan. Something I love so much about them is there's so much versatility with color, especially color. I mean, you can literally do the exact same pattern in so many different color ways, and the blanket will look incredibly different every single time, but you didn't change the stitch. The stitch is all the same. So I'm like, that's cool. That's so cool. Fran, you're working on your shawl. I love it. Cecilia, welcome. Nice. You're working on a Camp Boggy Creek blanket. Yes. We are going to help them reach their goal. It's going to happen. If you don't know, Camp Boggy Creek is a camp for children that have certain illnesses or disabilities, where going to camp, like a camp where all kids are available, they might feel secluded, like, man, like I can't go do this with them and I can't go do that with them. Or other kids might, or if they have like a weak immune system or something where it's like, they just have special needs. These special need children, this Camp Boggy Creek will have specific camps for specific, I don't want to say themes, but like this illness is this week, and this sensitivity is this week, and this is that week. So they have like different weeks. So kids with like situations can all come together and find community, and they love to give each child a blanket. Now, when I say child, it ranges from ages 6 to like 17. So it's a big range, but they started a few years ago, and every year they've doubled. And last year they were able to donate a little over, I think, right around 1,000. It was either a little over 1,000 or a little under. It was right around 1,000 because I can't remember the exact number. But this year their goal is to donate 2,025 blankets for the year 2025. And they're going to be donating these blankets in February. So don't think, oh my gosh, I'm running out of time. How much time do we have? They're actually going to be collecting blankets until like the beginning of February. So you have lots of time, but I just really want to help them reach that goal. That's a big number. And just all they can get, all the help is welcomed. So that's why I'm going to be focusing so much on them in February or in November. Oh, we have 4 minutes and 30 seconds left of session number 1. You guys are doing great. Keep that tunnel vision going. Focus on your project. We've got this. I'm like way back here. I'm working on my fall throw that is 4 squares. So adding border to the squares and joining them. Not sure if I'll finish by tonight. I still love seeing what you got going on. You always make the coolest projects. So I can't wait to see where you're at tonight. So if you do not know, everybody, I have a membership program over on my website. It's called the Crochet Club. We have a weekly meeting called the Crafters Gathering. Tonight's meeting, which is every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, tonight's meeting, we're having a fall Halloween crochet contest. And I'm very excited to see what people enter in. So it's going to be great. If you would love to take a peek, check it out. I do have a 7-day free trial. So you can hop in there, check it out, like snoop around the whole thing, see if it's something that you would like, join a couple of our live meetings, and decide if you want to stick around or not. Usually they do. Usually people want to stick around. Cecilia, you love my blouse. Did I make it? So I did make it. I was gifted some boucle yarn last year. And so that means it's got that crimpy look right there. This is, so it was when the Hocus Pocus 2 movie came out. I think this is called the Winifred. this is the Winifred yarn. Man, I wanted to do something with that yarn so bad. It was obviously really, really pretty. The texture is really cool. I think I tried 10 different projects, start something, then frog it, and start something and then frog it. I would have like these visions in my like I could visualize how I would want it to look, the stitches, and then I'd start it and it just wasn't looking the way I was thinking. This was obviously it was the last thing I gave a try, but I was totally winging it. And so I made this top with it, but I wasn't sure. I only had 3 hanks of yarn. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish. I didn't want to have like one sleeve and then the other go to like there. So like the top, it's short. And the sleeves are like super long. So if I go back to redo it, I would make the sleeve shorter and make the top a little bit longer. But it's cool. It turned out better than I expected, and I'm excited about it. But this was totally I'm just gonna go for it project. I didn't really write anything down for it. And as you can tell, there are flaws in it. So maybe one day I will do a pattern or a project that I'll bring to the channel with this. But for now, like there's a lot that I would do different. Like if I did this again. We got 1 more minute left in session number 1, guys. Like you got this. Finish strong. I haven't even started. It's all good. Felixana. I feel like I said that wrong. Felixana. I'm new to in crocheting. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're giving crochet a try. I'm learning how to crochet. I started about 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'm excited for you. Oh, thank you so much for the super. Racine, thank you very, very much for the super chat, super sticker. It means the world. I really appreciate it. Thanks, love. Mwah. Back to Felix Lana. I'm crocheting a baby blanket. I find it hard to do the rows on the blanket. Okay, blankets are honestly the best starter project because you're just going back and forth, back and forth. The one thing that people, or there's two things that usually trip people up, especially newer crocheters. The first is tension. It's common to crochet super tight. And so the sides of your work will sometimes start to bow outward and then go straight. And that's because your first few rows are so tight. Your stitches are just trying to find some way to lay flat. So they'll kind of like bow out until they have enough room to, now I have space. And so that's one thing that a lot of newbies encounter. The second thing is the sides of their work, keeping the sides of their work straight. You've got to count the number of stitches in your row. Every row. How many stitches are in your row? Oh, there's the timer. Awesome. Session 1 is over. Let's go to, I actually don't know how long I went over, but 5-minute transition here. You have 5 minutes to wrap up project number 1, find a stopping place, fold it up, put it away nice and neatly, grab project 2, and set yourself up to get started. That's all we're focusing on right now. Back to the beginner's blanket. You got to count the number of stitches in every row. It's annoying. A lot of people don't do it, but also a lot of people mess up the sides of their blanket too. It's kind of like a hand-in-hand thing. So if you are noticing that maybe one of the sides of your blanket is caving inward or starting to flare out a little bit, count. Okay. Great beginner blankets, beautiful baby beginner blankets. Honestly, you could do wonders with just a simple half double crochet stitch. That's it. It's amazing how beautiful that stitch is. And it's a great starter because it's just a 1-to-1 stitch ratio. Every stitch gets 1 stitch on top of it. And other things that you could do is work. I love this. There's so many possibilities. My brain's just like, slow down. Like you could do where you work a stitch in the front loop only, loop, not post, back loop only. That's really cool. Texture, simple. You could do an alternate stitch, which is also really fun and simple too. And that's where you do one stitch, a big stitch, and then the next stitch is a small stitch. And then the next stitch is a big stitch, and the next stitch is a small stitch. I'm going to call it the alternate stitch because it's just like big, then small, then big, then small, then big, then small. There are tons of different names for this. Tons of different combinations of what's the tall and what's the short. I'm going to let you pick. Sometimes people do half double crochet, slip stitch, half double crochet, slip stitch, or double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, or treble crochet, single crochet, treble crochet, single crochet. The combination. It's a combination. So that's a lot of fun too. Keeps it different, keeps your attention a little bit better. Looks beautiful, easy. I hope that helps a little bit. Bucket hat, Jessica. Yes. Awesome. I still want to do that. Yes. So Nessa says, don't forget to measure as you are making the Boggy Creek blanket. It is smaller than a regular throw. I sometimes have almost past the required size. I could see that 100%. Because I saw the dimensions where it was 35 by 40 or like 45 by 50. And it's like, okay, all right. So keeping on track is going to be a big thing. I did do a swatch, but I don't think the swatches. I feel like the blanket's already going to be bigger. Like it just makes a lot of sense. But yes, thank you for the reminder. I will make sure to do that. Christine is working on a thermal blanket, queen size girl. Good for you. Whew. That's a project right there. You're a third of the way done and you need to finish for Christmas. If you can stay dedicated and give it a little bit of time every single day, you can do it. I believe in you. I bet you, I believe you can do it. But whew, yeah, that's a big blankie. Got 50 seconds. And then we're going to start on session 2. Grab something to drink, give yourself a little neck roll, shoulders, wiggle, wiggle. Pamela is working on a baby blanket. Seems like so many new babies are coming. You're right. I know 3 people that are about to have grandbabies. It's very, very exciting. Nice. Kelly's trying to finish a Denver Broncos pillow cover for her husband. That sounds awesome. 10 seconds. We're so close. Cool. Session number 2 has begun. Go ahead and dive right into your second project. If you're making one project, then just continue on with the same project. And we are deep into beginning session 2. Tammy says she's making a monster truck for her grandson. You're just lacking the eyes, and then you don't care if you ever see it again. You're so over this project. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have a project that I think I shared that project with everybody a little while ago. It was the tow truck that I made for a baby gift, and the amount of detail, like I get it. Just sometimes spending so much time on one project, you can just get over it so fast. It's amazing how short our attention spans are, how working up a project, just the quick and easy. We're looking for quick and easy, or we're looking for the one project to have a lot of transitions so that way we can keep our brain engaged, but also still wanting something with rhythm, something with flow that is relaxing and can de-stress us and just kind of give us a little bit of relief from the everyday that happens. Crochet can do so many amazing positive things for our mental health. But when it comes to something so, I almost want to say tedious, but detail oriented, like I can see that's going to be a piece of art, and it is going to be cherished. If that kid, I have a feeling the parents will get this thing and be like, oh no, grandma made that. We're going to put that somewhere safe so you don't mess that up. Like, we want that to last a long time. That's now going to become a pretty decor on your shelf. Like, oh my gosh. Giggles galore. I just love your name. I think that is awesome. Working on a baby blanket, 3 more blankets, and 2 hoodies. Wow. Good for you. Like, fingers crossed. Positive vibes. Lots of positive vibes. You can do it. But wow, that is a list. Ooh. Cool. Oh, I got a question. I know it took me long enough. Sorry. I'm just kind of giving everybody a chance to, I'm giving every comment like a little bit of time. Dawn says, have you ever had to stop and count stitches to make sure you didn't miss any? All the time. Like almost every day. Yeah. Yeah. What? Definitely. It's something you never stop doing. There's never a level that you reach where you're like, I have reached the level where I don't have to count anymore. No, it's like, no, you have to count. Like, it's always just a smart, fundamental. I'll say that it's a fundamental. And every now and then, just to make sure that I am on track, my thing for myself is every 3 to 4 rows, I'll count my stitches. No matter how many stitches, every 3 to 4 rows. It's gotten to the point where now it's a habit where I just kind of just do it without thinking. But some tricks that a friend, PJ, if you are hanging out, I have no idea if you're hanging out. PJ is a friend / member in my crochet club, and she has a trick. And her trick is to use stitch markers and place a stitch marker every so many stitches. So that way she doesn't have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can be like 10, 20, 30, 40, or 25, 50, 75, 100. Like, it's just her quick way of counting. And I'm sure every now and then she'll count to make sure that the number of stitches is right, like counting but then it's easier because it's like, okay, count to 25, stitch marker right, cool. Count to 25, is the stitch marker right, cool. Like, and so it's smaller. It's not having to count 235 stitches, where you can easily lose count. So I like her method. It really helps. Want to throw out there, guys, I know that we're 15 minutes left in session 2. If you caught last week's live, we are doing a giveaway. So giveaway right here. I'm giving away one of the boho basket kit boxes. This is the gold. One of the members here, one of the followers that makes it here every single week. Hello. Mentioned that it would be cool to do some giveaways here during the live, especially for all the people, the loyal followers that come to these lives every week. And so I am going to pull a name from last week's comment section, not the chat, because I don't know why, but the regular comment pickers cannot seem to grab anything from the chat. And I'm still learning StreamYard to know how to use, I need to play with it a little bit more, but with StreamYard, which is what I'm doing the live on right now, it has the ability to pull from a live that you're currently doing. And so, like I mentioned, I'll play with that, and then it'd be cool to do some more giveaways throughout our future lives together. So I think in session 3, because I'm still going through comments, still answering things. In session 3, I'm going to select a winner for the kit box. And then next week, I'll just go ahead and do the live in-house. So I'll play with StreamYard and make sure that you come to next week's live, because I will do a giveaway during the live, playing around. Like I mentioned a few times on my channel, there's so many giveaways that I want to do with you guys. It's kind of crazy. Right, Christina, you have the question. Next question. Did you crochet the sweater you're wearing? Oh, I answered that one. Yes, I did. Danny, hi. Hello from Calgary, Alberta. Finishing a beanie for my granddaughter. Cool. You promised her a beanie for winter. That's really cool. You've already had snow? Wow. Oh, I love snow. But then again, I say that because we rarely see it. So whenever snow hits, it's like tranquil. I almost get hypnotized by it because I just want to stare at it fall. I just get kind of like stuck. I just want to look at it, and I just want to fall into it and just watch it snow. And that's because we don't get it very often. I don't see snow very often. I'm sure people that get lots of snow are so over it. They're like, no, no. Dawn, I love your video on the random bubble color pooling pattern. You made a beanie using it. Sweet. That is my next objective, is I wanted to make a matching beanie to go with the scarf. But I already have a list of tons of pre-planned tutorials, pre-planned videos that I've got to get through first. Lorraine is crocheting 3 sun hats for 3 granddaughters with your collection of yarn. Awesome. Oh, with your collection of yarn. My yarn? Like the Ecolux? That would be great. I really love that yarn. I really do. Oh, Becky, your daughter-in-law or name is Tiffany too. Love the neon sign behind us. Thank you. That was a special gift my husband gave to me when I got my first workspace studio in the last house we were in, and then we moved. And I was like, well, I'm taking the sign. The sign's going to come with me. We've got 10 minutes and 30 seconds left of session number 2. Do you have a link to the blanket tutorial pattern? Which one? Tell me more. Oh, thank you, Nessa. You corrected me on the dimensions. You're probably right. You know way more about Camp Boggy Creek than I do. But 35 by 40 and 35 to 40 inches wide, 40 to 50 inches long. You're right. I think the blanket that I'm working on is 40 by 50. Blind Stitches Creation says, hi, Miss Tiffany. How are you? I am great. I'm even better spending time with all of you. I get so excited for this live. You guys have no idea. Dawn says, I need a quick break. Be right back. Then work on the scarf. Cool. Take all the breaks you need. Oh, good. Yeah. Nessa, thank you so much for giving the accurate dimensions of the blanket. Again, I'm just kind of speaking off the top of my head. When I come out with the actual tutorial, the video, and I'm talking more on social media about lifting up Camp Boggy Creek, I'll have more specific information for people, the correct information for people. We are in session 2. We are in session 2. So we have 8 minutes and 45 seconds left in session 2. Brittany says, did you see my comment about me changing channels? I didn't. I missed it. Either I missed it or it didn't show up for me. That happens. I don't know why, but Brittany, tell me more about what you're talking about. Changing channels. Thank you, Fran, for having my back. Session 2. Dawn, I hate snow. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean. Like those people that get a lot of snow hate it. It's that whole you wish for what you don't have or what you don't have or you don't get. And so I would love to go vacation, I guess, in a place that had a lot of snow happening. But then you're right. Then it'd be like, okay, time to go. Seeing the sparkles makes me smile and happy, but I definitely don't want to be outside in it. Oh, your arthritis would not like it. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. But I know what you're talking about with the sparkles. So pretty. Yes, my collection. Oh, Lorraine, I'm so excited that you got one of each color. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I'm even more excited that you're making hats, making 3 hats for was it your daughters or your granddaughters? I know you just said it. I'll find it. Yep, I'm crocheting 3 sun hats for my 3 granddaughters with your collection. So I'm so excited for your 3 granddaughters. That's awesome. Dawn says a granny square blanket for Boggy Creek is supposed to be 40 by 40, if I'm not mistaken. That makes sense because squares, you know. Fran, like, Tiffany, you can come to Ohio anytime you want to see snow. Snow is a bad word here. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's great. All right, we got 6 minutes left of session number 2. Stick around because after session 2, we're going to do a little stretching, working on our bodies, making sure that we're good to go, preventing any aches and pains that might start accruing, doing all the healthy things. But I've made it to the very end of the chat, which is awesome. And now I'm going to go ahead and finally pick up my crochet hook and grab my pillow. So I do read the comments in all these videos. I read the chats and then I read the comments. And some people have left some really great ideas. And one of those is somebody mentioned having the camera closer so it felt like I was more engaging with you. Like I wasn't so far away, but like I'm just like more, it feels like I'm more in the room with you. And so I don't know if you picked up on that or not, but I had the camera just a little bit closer so it's not like invasive or you don't need to see my eyeball, but and I still want to have the timer be able to be visible on screen here. Move that over just a little for you. So did that. I had somebody else mention the giveaways or something more fun and engaging to do. And so checking that out. I just want you guys to know how much a part of this live you really are and how excited I am that you're spending time with me to work on your WIP projects as well. You're holding me just as accountable as I'm holding you to open up some availability, some time to work on some projects. And so thank you. I want to say thank you for being here and holding me accountable to host this live every single week, because I do have a ridiculous amount of WIP projects that I need to wrap up. I need to finish up. And this time gives me the ability to do that. So easy to do other things. Hi, Monique. You know what? I'm glad you're here. Tiffany, I loved your My Second Shawl. Can't wait to make it. If I use a 4-weight yarn, what crochet hook would you recommend to get the same result? Honestly, I used 4-point. No. What did I use? That there, put that there. Let me look. You got this, computer. You can do it. Okay. Let's go. I want to set a base. I'm working with so many projects right now. It's very, very easy for me to forget details. Okay. Here we go. I'm going literally to the description section of the video. So I was working with a size 3 weight yarn, and the crochet hook I was using was a G6 4.25. So honestly, if you were wanting to work with a size 4 weight yarn, working with a crochet hook H8 5mm crochet hook, just a 5mm, that's going to give you the same drape and stitches, and then just keep working however many rows that you want, for however big you want your shawl to be. So just keep going. But yeah, I think a size 5, either a 5mm or 5.5, it'll give you a really nice drape, really nice look. So an H or an I. We got 40 seconds left in session number 2. Remember, stick around to session number 3 so I can announce a winner to our giveaway. Brittany asked, did I see your comment? I must have missed it. Can you ask it again? Oh, you're like, you can tell me tonight. Oh, I figured it out. We're all good. Yeah, there's a couple of messages that apparently it's not coming through. All right. Session 2 has ended. I'm going to give us 2 minutes to wrap up project number 2. There we go. 2 minutes. So what we're going to do with this 2 minutes is I want you to find a good stopping, pausing place with your second project. I want you to put it away, and then I want you to just stand up. Big deal. I mean, if you don't do anything else, just stand. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Volare pillow off. And I'm going to adjust the camera so that way you can see me better when I stand. Oh man, the way this is angled, it's like, okay, how can I get in frame the best? So we got 1 minute. No rush, no hurry, guys. 1 minute, and then we will start stretching our bodies. Let me mention a few things while we got 50 seconds left before we stretch. Stretching is a very important part of crocheting. It's a very important part of crocheting. It's something that most of us veteran crocheters, content creators, have made a video on, have created content around, because it is important that you stretch, but it is also realistic that we get comfortable, we get ourselves invested in a project, and then we just keep working, and hours can go by and we haven't moved. And that's when stuff starts happening. That's when the aches and pains start to accrue. And we want to prevent that so that way we can keep crocheting for as long as we possibly can. Okay. Timer is up. Everybody, if you would like to participate, this is obviously optional, but start by just standing up. There are certain areas of our body I like to focus on. I like to focus on our neck, our shoulders, our upper chest, our forearms, our wrists, our fingers. I like to focus on the lower back, all these areas that get stuck in a not so great posture position that can start creating problems. When we're working like this, got that C curve in our back, got this hunch over thing as we're working away. It's got a lot of no good. So we're going to do the opposite, and it's going to help our body to have some balance. I do 5 stretches every week. They're all different, or I shake it up so that way it's not the same thing every week. But I do 5 different stretches. If the stretch that I'm suggesting to you does not feel good, or if it's one that you just know you can't do because your body just can't do that stretch, then please, by all means, substitute a stretch in that you can do that feels really good for you. It's not about what stretch I'm doing. It's the act of stretching in general. Okay. And I'm also not a physical therapist. I'm not a licensed doctor or anything like that. I'm just an experienced crocheter that has come across the importance of stretching every 40 to 60 minutes of crochet time. All right. So we're going to start with our neck. I always start at the top. For crying out loud, I need this to work. All right. Okay, so we're going to start with our neck. We're going to do yeses and nos. So let's start with yeses. We're going to do 5 of them. If you'd like to do 10, that's cool too. So we're going to go back, and then we're going to go forward, touching our chin to our chest, and then back, and then forward. That's 2. Then back, and then forward. That's 3. Back, and then forward, that's 4, back, and then forward, that's 5. Great. Go ahead and look right at me. Here we go, straight on. Now we're going to do nose. So look to your right, and then look to your left. That's 1. Look to your right, look to your left. 2, right, left. 3, right, left. 4, right, left. 5. Great. That's it. Neck is done. Next, I want to do their big arm circles, which are going to help our rotator cuff and our shoulder. Again, this might be a spot that's very sensitive to you. So if you need to do like shoulder shrugs instead, or some kind of alternative, by all means do it. We're going to do 5 each direction, forward and then back. So I'm going to go forward first. Full extension. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now let's do the reverse. Go backwards. And 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great. Okay, other arm. Here we go. Forward. Go forward first. I'm like holding my shirt down. Okay, so forward first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great. Now I want to open our chest, and this is going to be one that please modify if you need to. Either have your hands just back to open your chest. I'm going to lace my fingers and then just I'm going to start with my elbows bent, and then I'm going to straighten my elbows. So lace my fingers, and then stretch my elbows, and that helps open up the chest, and it feels amazing, especially after doing this for so long. So good to do the reverse motion, and it helps your body tremendously. And you don't have to hold this for very long, really just like 5 to 10 seconds, and you're done. That's it. All right, so we've done 3 stretches, neck, arm rolls, chest open. Next, I want to do wrist rolls. So starting with our wrists, and just kind of roll your wrists. Do about 10, both directions. Just kind of like play with it. Loosen up your wrists. Wrist rolls. And last but not least, we're going to do finger extensions. I love these. They feel so good, and it's amazing how deep you can feel the stretch. So to do a finger stretch. We're going to take our fingers and we're going to spread our fingers as wide as we can. Spread our fingers. And then we're going to take our other hand and we're just going to take a finger and gently like give it a little weight. Don't yank, don't pull. You don't have to try to make your finger touch your arm. I mean, anybody ever do that in middle school? Like, ugh. I remember when that was a thing that just kind of popped in my mind when people would do that. No, it's just a very simple, like just give it a little bit of weight. And it's amazing how you can feel the stretch. Next finger, we're going to give each finger about 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. Oh, this one in particular, man, I feel that like way down here. 3, 4, 5. With your thumb, we're going to want to take our thumb and we're going to want to extend it even more and then back because we want to feel it right here. If our thumb is close to our hand and we pull, then we feel it in a different spot. So back and out, I want to feel it here instead of like here. 4, 5. Other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, I felt that one. All right. And that's it. Stretches are done. Again, we don't have to do a lot and it doesn't have to be a lot of what we do. It's just kind of like getting your body up and moving. That's it. It's going to do wonders for you. And if you can do that every 40 to 60 minutes, then you're good. You're in a good spot. So, right, let's go ahead and get ourselves ready for session number 3. I'm going to adjust my camera and then I'm going to push the button. So go ahead and get yourself set up. It's amazing. I always set up the camera before I start the live and, you know, I get to take a second and I get to reposition it and find the happy place. And then I do a stretch. And when I come back for session 3, everything's all messed up. It's like all messed up. Oh, walking around helps too. Dawn, thank you so much. I love when we can all get together and offer different suggestions and help each other. All right, let's go ahead and get started with session number 3. This is the last session for today. After session 3, we are done with our live. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select a winner for this giveaway. Let's knock that out right off the bat. Thank you so much for hanging out this long. This particular prize is the boho basket kit box that comes with all the yarn necessary and a printed version of the pattern. It does not come with the crochet hook or with the yarn needle. So all you're getting is the yarn and the pattern. Let's go ahead and find out who won. All you had to do was leave a comment in the comment section of the video. Again, had a hard time pulling any of the chat. So after the video was done being live, you'd go back and you'd comment in the comment section. And let me share with you. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. And I did not have a lot of people comment, which makes, it kind of makes sense. This is new. It's a new feature that I'm doing with my lives, doing giveaways. It's not, I announced that I was doing a giveaway at the very, very end of last week's live. So not super surprised that I didn't have a lot of entries, but as this picks up and more people come, more and more people stick around, we're going to get more and more people actively participating. So let's go ahead and spin for a winner. And I'm going to reach out to, sweet. I'm going to take a picture. Photo. All right, so I'm going to reach out to Monica Williams in the chat section. And try to find Monica and get her shipping information so I can ship her this kit box. Woo! I'm so excited. Congratulations, Monica. This is so great. I'm going to get more comfortable using StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard for this live also in particular. Once I get comfortable, StreamYard does have a feature where I can pull a winner from that very live that I am in. So next week, we're going to play with it. Make sure you come to our next Wednesday WIP knockout next week, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, because I will be giving something away in the live. I'm going to use that new feature, play around with it. And yeah, I think that'll be great. All right, we have 16 minutes and 40 seconds left of session number 3. Lorraine, Tiffany, do you have any crochet patterns for your collection of yarn that I can do when I'm done with these 3 sun hats? So I used my yarn to make my first t-shirt. I used my yarn to make the very basic hat that is a great gift for him. It is a beanie pattern that is very plain, very, very plain, but looks really, really good. I used my yarn I need to use my yarn to make more things. I just have so many current projects going on. Yeah, the only patterns that I have right now using my yarn is that beanie pattern. I showed using my yarn in the My Second Shawl video tutorial that released last week, and the t-shirt, the beanie, and the shawl. But you can really use the yarn for any project that you want to make. It's based on the size 3 weight yarn. There's a lot of things that I want to make with it. I just haven't gotten around to it. Oh, Emma, you said the figure stretches don't work for you. You're double jointed. Well, I'm sorry. Awesome. Okay, I think I'm going to start working on this one a little bit more. Yes, for those of you that just came in, I wanted to mention that if you haven't checked out my crochet club over on my website, Crochet Club. Tonight we are doing a fall Halloween crochet contest, and I love these contests. It's so much fun to see what people enter into the contest, and so that's going on tonight. If you can make it, you can help me vote for a winner. There's going to be 2 winners, one for most complicated project and one for most creative project. I noticed pretty quickly that I needed to create 2 different categories because it was impossible to choose between the 2 whose project was the winner. So I just do 2 prizes now. And if you cannot make it tonight for our fall Halloween contest, I am also doing a Christmas contest in December. So if you're interested at all, if that sounds appealing, please join us. We have a blast. There's going to be some awesome things happening. We meet up every week, every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. There's 2 options. There's a live that's very much like this where we can engage in a chat. I also have a Zoom option where people can hop over in the Zoom and we can see each other and hear each other and have a more connected vibe. But I just want to mention that if anyone didn't know, I had a full membership program that has a ton to offer. If you are a loyal supporter here in the Crochet Club, I want to thank you so incredibly much for being a loyal supporter. Being a member here on my YouTube channel, you do get a discount on my website, and you get to use exclusive emojis that nobody else gets to use in the lives. And honestly, you just being a loyal supporter is a huge help to me, and I really appreciate that as well. So 2 membership options there. I do have a 3rd membership option if anyone is at all interested. It is my one-on-one level, and that's where over in my Crochet Club, you'll get everything that being a Crochet Club member has to offer. But the only additional thing that you get is 1 hour exclusive one-on-one time, just me and you, to do whatever that you want to go over. If you want to do a project together, if you want to ask questions, if you want to just hang out, it's your hour every month to do whatever you want to do. And you can find more information on that over in my Crochet Club by going to members.crochetwithtiffany.com. I want to shout that out because I feel like I don't talk about it very much. And I want to make sure people know it exists. It's really cool. Hi, Samantha. Yay, Kelly. I was like seeing all these congratulations, Kelly. Congratulations, Kelly. I was like, what's happening? You finished your project. Yes. That is the whole point of the Wednesday WIP knockout. You knocked out a WIP. Congratulations. Like, look at you. Pow, pow. You knocked it out. Now what are you going to do? What's up next, Kelly? We are in round 3, Samantha. Brittany, did I see your comment? I'm looking for it. I see congratulations. Brittany, I see drums. You asked if I saw your comment a little while ago, and I was like, I don't know. Brittany. Oh, Brittany, I've been talking to you. Brittany, I've been asking you. You've got to give me more information. So you asked about the changing channels, and I was like, I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about. Can you give me more information? So you still have time. We have 9 minutes and 30 seconds. But yeah, please give me more information about what you're talking about. Hi, Lyrical Moon Raven. Oh, your name is so cool. Oh, I need this. I'm feeling it. You sent it again. I'm not getting it then, Brittany, because I've looked through the chat. I'm not seeing it, and which is really weird. I don't know. Do me a huge favor because I want to make sure. Oh, Brittany. That makes so much sense. Okay. Like, oh my goodness. Okay. That, thank you for clearing that up for me. I was so confused. but that makes sense. I appreciate you changing channels. I so appreciate that. It's funny you're mentioning that the profile you were using before was your dad's channel, because I wasn't gonna obviously I wasn't gonna judge or assume anything off of your name, because I've come to realize that a profile name does not always equal who is on the other side of that name. But I loved chatting with you and hanging out with you. And I was just still going, just keep going with it. But knowing that your name is Brittany, and I feel a little more connected with you. So I thank you. I really appreciate that. It's clears things up a little for me. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's so weird that I wasn't seeing that before. I'm almost a little frustrated by that too, in the sense of why was I not seeing that? Well, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here, Brittany. I'm glad that you got your own profile. Hi, Sakura. Happy Wednesday. I'm glad that you could make it. We have 6 minutes and 30 seconds left of our third session. So if you would like to start any projects or just hang out, whatever you want to do. I'm working, trying to put a little bit of elbow grease on this project, make a lot more progress, because this is going to be next week's video. I want to have a really good demo to show you all, so you can see exactly how tall this will look finished. Kind of curious myself. How big is it gonna be? The colors are turning out so cool. No. Yay! Sakura, you said I'm finally able to use the Volare Palo. Tell me, what do you think? What's your experience? Which one did you get? You got a second cover and it fits better? Nice. Thanks for confirming, Fran. Like, makes me feel a little bit better that it wasn't just me. Right now, I am working on a cowl. Can we still, Sunita asks, can we still buy your yarn? You absolutely can. I actually have 3 new colors that are up there. Just go to my website, crochetwithtiffany.com. Go shop, and then I think it's Ecolux yarn or yarn that you can buy off my website. And Sakura, you asked about the yarn that I am using and what I'm working on. The yarn I am using, so it's next week's video. I don't want to give away too much, but it's a cowl, and I'm doing a 1 skein project. Let's see if I have the info right next to me. No, it's not. So you're going to have to wait till next week to find out exactly what it is. But it's Yarn Barn or Barn Yarn. I think it's Barn Yarn. And it is the color Carnival. And it's like all these colors. So neat. I'm trying to work up a bunch of giftable projects. That's going to be my objective, my prerogative, I guess you would say, for my channel now through the end of December. And like this in particular, I want to make like one skein projects that you can make. So many of us, we buy specialty yarn because it's beautiful and it's special and we're really excited about it. But specialty yarn can be really pricey, right? And so we get one skein because it's beautiful. And we really want to have this beautiful skein, this piece of art in our stash. But then we ask ourselves, well, what do we do with just one skein? So I want to start creating some projects that are giftable, helpful. So my channel moving forward, I have a couple things that I really want to do with my channel. The first thing I want to do is I really want to focus on projects that can be donated to charity. They can absolutely also be created for personal use, for gifts, 100%. So I'm going to be focusing on blankets, and I'm going to be focusing on beanies and scarves and mittens and like soap sacks and Warm Up America sections, stuff that you can make that you can donate, because the need for handmade donated items is incredibly great. It's so massive, especially with the huge things that just happened with Hurricane Helene and the hurricane that just hit Florida. I'm totally having a brain fart right now. That one. So there's a lot of people that would 100% benefit from our donation. So I want to focus on building up my playlists on that. But at the same time, I mean, you can make a blanket for personal use. You can make a blanket for gifts. So it doesn't have to be donated. Got 10 seconds left in session number 3. But then I also want to focus on building up my inventory of videos that are giftable, videos that help with like one skein projects, quick projects. I want to do a lot more building in my channel. All right, that's it. Session 3 is over. Whew. You guys, today was fun. Today was so much fun. I hope you had fun too. Thank you for being here. I had a blast with you. So much going on. I hope that you guys chiseled away a little bit at projects. You made good forward progress. Thank you, Milton. Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for helping me out. I was total brain fart. I was like, this is embarrassing, but what is the name of that hurricane that just hit? So thank you. But thank you for being here too. It means a lot that you were here, and I hope it helped. Thank you for stretching with me, hanging out with me, chatting with me. I hope you can make it next week, Wednesday. Same time, same place, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time here on the channel. I'm going to be doing another giveaway. I'm going to be playing with the whole StreamYard in video live giveaway. So it's going to be something that you have to be here for. But I'm going to do a combination. So I just want to play with this feature next week. And for those of you who cannot make the lives and you have to watch the replay, I'm going to have other giveaways where I am going to pull from like after a week, so it's not all going to be the same. There's going to be opportunities. I have a lot of stuff that I want to give to you. So you guys have a beautiful, beautiful week. Please watch out for my video that is going to release this weekend. It's going to be awesome. And there's another giveaway. So don't miss it. Okay. Please don't miss it. And I will see you guys next week. Take care. And those of you in my crochet club, I'll see you tonight. Halloween contest. Yes, I'm excited. Bye, everybody.